and welcome to LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. And I am very excited to get to play this game for you guys today, because I think it'll be awesome. I think you guys will thoroughly enjoy it. I really hope you do, because I certainly do. And let's just start a new game here. And we should be losing save slot number 4. Yes, because I played this game quite a few times actually. It's a very fun game to play at. It's probably like my favorite LEGO game. Probably. I really enjoy it. I don't know why. LEGO Star Wars games are usually my favorite. Like LEGO Batman games are usually my favorite. You know, LEGO Batman 2 was my favorite LEGO game until this came out. But now we have the little prologue here, so I will read this to you guys real quick. Long before Luke Skywalker's disappearance and the rise of the First Order, the tyrannical empire is planning to destroy the Rebel Alliance once and for all. As the Rebel fleet draws closer to the second Death Star, Luke Skywalker has turned himself over to the Imperial forces to confront Darth Vader one last time. The Rebel strike team, led by Han Solo, makes its way towards the Imperial shield generator on Endor, but a deadly surprise lies in wait for them. Okay then, so now we'll just skip past this because nothing else is going to happen until the actual cutscene starts. We got a nice Death Star right there, and I love LEGO games because it's so cool how they take these franchises and they make them LEGO-y, you know? They add humor to them.
Skywalker, I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
You're gravely mistaken. You won't convert me as you did my father.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Your friends are walking into a trap, as is your rebel fleet.
May the Force be with us.
We've got to be able to get some kind of a reading on that shield, up or down. Well, how could they be jamming us if they don't know if we're coming? Break off the attack. The shield is still up.
It's a trap.
I told you it was dangerous here.
Come on, let's keep a little optimism.
Hello, I say over there. Were you looking for me?
Okay, so now we are going to play through the prologue before we get to the Force Awakens bit, because this is just, I believe this is episode 7. Yeah, so we gotta play through this, and this would be the prologue until we get to the Force Awakens, which will be next mission, and then it'll just take it from there. Like, I think it's like 12 chapters, and then we'll beat that, and then we can consider doing a 100% walkthrough for this. It just depends on if you guys like it or not. I will probably be doing a 100% walkthrough just myself, not recording it if you guys not really too big of a fan of this series, but I personally think this will work out a little bit better than Disney Infinity because it has structure to it, and I think that's when I do best, is when I have a structure to the game, you know? I think I do better when I'm playing games, and I play them for longer usually, aside from if that game is Planet Coaster, because I love Planet Coaster. And let's just turn on subtitles for you guys real quick. I always forget that you have to press accept. Anyways, back to Planet Coaster. I love Planet Coaster. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a PC exclusive right now. It might be forever, but it's a very, very fun game. If you're into like roller coaster tycoon type games, you know, it's very fun. It's very it's like very maintained. They are like constantly updating it, you know, giving it new features. They had a huge winter Christmas kind of style update, which I think it came out in like November or something, and it was a huge thing, and they just added it, you know, that like they might add it a Halloween one, they might add all kinds of these things, and that's just really cool, you know, that they do that. And let's just break all these things real quick. Just brah, yeah. Got the muscles. Okay, but you know who has bigger muscles? Chewbacca. Because he can break through this thing right here. And if he sets it back, then I'm imagining that we'll smash that, you know, that thing right there. Totally blanking on the name right now. Sorry about that. But, yeah, just completely forgot the name. Okay, so I don't actually have those guys. Okay. But I do have someone that can grapple hook. Amazing. Okay, so there we go. Pull that down real quick. Alright, now we have someone small that can fit in that tree right there. Alright, we can do that. And one thing I want to talk about to you guys about was I have an idea for Random Tuesday where I'm going to take the Xbox One games, or just the best games from Xbox Gold, and I will kind of do like an analysis kind of thing for those as 2 of my Random Tuesdays every month, you know, so that way you guys kind of can see some gameplay from it if you have Gold and you're wondering, like, do I want to waste my memory on this game? So you can kind of see what it's about, you know, and we'll just play through like 20 minutes of the game to see it, you know, and I'll just pick the best 2 of them, which this month are actually some really good games. It is, like, I know that a lot of people hated Evolve, okay, I know I didn't get it, but I really wanted to until I got such terrible reviews, and now it's for Gold, and on the 16th, it's going to be free with Gold, and I'm very excited for it, because I really wanted to try that game, but I couldn't waste my money on something that everyone said was just terrible. So I'm really excited that that is the free game. So we'll definitely do that one, and then kind of just see if it's as bad as everyone says. And then also Borderlands 2 came out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that for my channel, because it's kind of it's kind of more mature than even the mature games that I do play, like the T games. It's kind of, it's got an M rating and stuff like that. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna play that yet. But I'm really happy that they actually have some pretty good games for Gold, because it does seem like this is the first month they've really had good games with Gold this entire month, you know, or not this month, but this entire year. So I'm very happy that they finally got some good, because I always loved games with Gold, you know, and I always have Gold because it's the only console I play on. So I really like, you know, to play online and stuff, and you can't really do that if you only have one console and you don't have online features with that console. So that's a reason I get Gold. But also just, I love, you know, the surprise of, oh, what am I going to get this month? You know, is it going to be trash, or is it going to be really good like this month? Games that I actually would have bought, you know, given some time. So it's just really cool, because it's kind of like a loot crate, but with 2 games and you know, a little bit more expensive. So I love games with Gold, and even months that it's like trash, I find myself defending it, because they do, like, in a year you probably get the value out of it, you know. For $60 you get a year, and there's probably $60 worth of games that I usually spend my money on, you know, that I really think is good. So that's just my opinion on that. I just love games with Gold, you know. I love that surprise to see it, and I like probably the best game I've ever gotten out of games with Gold was Red Faction Guerrilla, which I no longer have because it was on my previous Xbox account that I lost when I, you know, moved from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. But that was just a really, really good game, and that is a game that the only game I could think of that was games with Gold that I'm still thinking about, you know, like 5 years after I got it. It probably wasn't 5 years, probably more like 3, but that is the only game I can think of, you know, that I'm really, like, I love so much that I want to buy it, you know, again, and that's so long after I played it. it was a really, really fun sandbox game because I got it just like, here's another game, let's try this. It probably sucks, but it'll bide my time until whatever game I was planning on getting. So I got it, and it was just so incredible. Like as I played it, I was like, really, I can keep doing this whenever I want, because I had no idea what Red Faction was. And if you're wondering what Red Faction is, it's basically like this sandbox. It's not sandbox, but this open world game where like you can just like destroy buildings in tons of different ways, and you can like, and it takes place, I think it's on Mars. So you just like, you can drive around and take down the enemy by going to bases and destroying the bases in whatever way, and there's explosions, and it's awesome. I imagine it might be a little bit like Crackdown 3, which will eventually, supposedly, come out this year. I don't know if I can believe it, though, because I hear that Crackdown 3, they like to say that it's going to come out this year, but it never does. That's just what I hear. So I'm not sure if it's gonna or not. I'll definitely buy it when it does, because it seems like a really awesome game, and a really kind of new take on multiplayer, kind of a little bit like Battlefield, where it's just like all about the destroying buildings and not really about, you know, the like shooting and stuff like that. It seems like that, at least from the trailers, the trailer, and you know, all of the things I've read about it. So it's really quite exciting, you know, to have a game like that, because I always loved just like destroying buildings in any way I want. And that's what I thought that World of Tanks was gonna be like, until I played it and I realized that's not what it was like. It was a slow game, slow, boring game that I didn't want to play more than 30 minutes. But I did get into the beta with that, which is really, really cool, because I didn't even realize I didn't think I was gonna get into the beta, but I did, which was awesome. But it was just, I did not enjoy it, but I can see why people would enjoy it. You know, it seems like a game that people could enjoy. I prefer the more fast-paced style of game, and that's of multiplayer game, and that was really it for me. So it didn't really do it. It was not as satisfying as I was hoping it was gonna be. But that's just my opinion. And man, this loose tooth, it sucks. Do you guys ever get loose teeth that just last forever? Because like this tooth has been loose for about like 5 or 6 months now, and I don't think it's coming out. I think it's made a permanent home in my mouth, and I do not appreciate that, because my mouth is not somewhere to house to, you know, it's a place for food. That's it. So why are you making a home there, huh, tooth? I mean, I suppose I do like my teeth to say where they are, and I'm hitting it in the blue. I guess you have to get perfectly in the middle, which it confused me the first time I played that. That's for sure. It definitely confused me, because I didn't realize I had to get it right in the blue, or like right in the middle, because there's blue. So we figure, okay, it's blue. There's no difference in the middle then, you know, just in the blue zone. So that's what I figured. I was wrong. I was indeed wrong. Oh man, but oh wow, it's just, I love, whenever I play a Lego game, I can't help but enjoy it, you know? It's one of those games, like, I don't always feel like playing them, but when I start playing them, it's hard for me to stop, you know? Like, I do have a story about Lego Star Wars, though, and that is, I got it day one. I went out the night of release. It was like 9 o'clock, I went out and I got the game, the midnight, quote-unquote, midnight release, because it's usually, now it's 9 o'clock. And I got it physical, and I got the deluxe edition, and I paid, you know, my money for it. And I was so excited because, you know, people had been posting Let's Plays on YouTube that, like, a day before, the day of. Everyone seemed to get it before I did, but that's probably just because they got, like, review copies, or they were living in a different time zone, and they got it early or something like that. So, I was so excited for it, and I got it home, and I opened the box. It was so tense. I was so excited. I had my Xbox on. I was so ready. I opened the box, and I see the game. And I'm like, cool. I put it in the system, like you do. This is what I do. Do you guys not put the game in the system? I do. It says, I cannot read this disc. I say, okay, why? And it says, and so it says just the same thing, because it's a console and it won't answer me. That's stupid. But, So I get disc out of the system, I clean it, I put it back in, didn't work. I'm like, okay, what the heck? So I look at it and I'm like, man, this disc feels pretty weird. Like, my games, they don't usually feel like this. So I promise the story is going somewhere. And then I'm like, but I just don't ignore, I just ignore it until the second time I put it in my system. It says I cannot read the disc. And I was about to say, okay, well, I just got a defective copy. But it's worse than that. They did not give me a defective copy. They gave me an Xbox 360 copy. Yes, in the Xbox One box, with the Xbox One receipt, it says, for Xbox One, like 5 different places, it was an Xbox 360 disc. And that's why it felt weird, and it's just like, I was so mad that it was an Xbox 360 disc. I don't have an Xbox 360. How do you think I think I'm going to play this? And it didn't matter. It didn't matter how many times I looked at it. It didn't matter who I asked to look at it. Or, you know, it just didn't matter. It was not Xbox One. And I was so mad that I walked around the house and I just paced back and forth. That's just what I did. I just paced back and forth in the living room. And then someone comes out and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, it's an Xbox 360 disc. And the store closed at this point, so I couldn't go back out. And so that was how I spent the last midnight release I ever got. That was not digital. Not a fun time. Not a fun time. But that's why I'm usually going to get midnight releases digital now. So, you know.
There's too many of them. The blast came from the Death Star.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. You, like your father, are now mine.
Understand the power of the dark side.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
I will not fight you, Father.
So be it, Jedi.
Oh, we gotta take him downtown. Alright. Let's do this, Darth Vader. Just get out of here, man. Alright, so, let's pick this. Let's get him. Oh, this, it just spins him around. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's gonna make you plenty dizzy. For sure. Alright, and the other one, I need a Jedi. A Jedi of your likes, Luke Skywalker. Alright, so let's get this arm right here. And get him. Get him with the getters. Oh, awesome. Ha! Just annihilate. That's gotta hurt, you know? Okay. Awesome. But, you know, looking back on that whole, the whole Xbox 360 incident, I didn't think it was at the time. But it's pretty funny, you know, like, it's just a funny story. Like, in the end, those, like, 8 hours before I got it again, because I just went as soon as GameStop opens, they didn't really matter, you know. I was probably not going to play it for too long after, you know. I don't like to play games when I'm too tired. So, like, it didn't really matter. But that's just the thing, you know. Looking back on things, it's usually a lot funnier than you think it will be at the time. You know, and plus it gave me a good story to tell you guys. At least I hope it was a good story. Okay, so let's build this thing real quick. We gotta build a TIE fighter, and that means we gotta have Darth Vader over here. Blast him with it. Awesome. Oh, these are awesome. You actually got like a TIE interceptor or something like that. I can't exactly remember what it was. Oh, it was Kylo Ren's shuttle ship, I believe, for buying this game at GameStop. It's a really awesome little brick build. I really enjoyed it. But, you know, good did come out of that whole incident because they actually gave me 2 deluxe editions. So, just the codes of, like, the codes of 2 and the whole bricks, like brick builds of 2. So that was a very good thing. Nice of the GameStop to do that. So I just kept one, and then they gave me the other, you know, just full deluxe edition, which is really cool, you know, cool of them to do that. I didn't expect them to do that. I expected them to be like, okay, we'll just exchange the disc for you. But no, which was just a really awesome surprise. So I ended up with 2 codes. I didn't use the others. I don't actually know exactly where they are right now. I think I gave them to someone. But I didn't keep them, but I don't know if they use them or what. I'm not too sure. So let's get this, like, batteries. That's cool. And speaking of batteries, which just reminded me of something, do you guys remember that old N64 Toy Story game? He said no. Ooh. Oh, quick time events, my worst enemy. Ah, there we go. That was a pretty easy one. Nothing like Tomb Raider. Okay, super easy. Do you guys remember that old Toy Story N64 game? That was awesome. That was a really fun game. Thinking back at it, that was awesome. I think I bought it like 3 times. Because I think I kept losing it. I used to lose games all the time. I would put them in the wrong game case. It really frustrated me. Because it frustrated me that I would do that. Yeah, because I frustrated myself a lot, guys. I just said that so quiet. I doubt you even heard me. But, yeah, so that it would always frustrate me when I did that.
This mask off.
Go, my son. Leave me.
No. I've got to save you.
You already have, Luke.
The shield is down. Commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor.
Going in. Here goes nothing.
Huzzah! Now you see what I was talking about with these longer missions. Indeed, you do. So let's get all of these TIE fighters. I love the flying in this game. Like, I know it's just like on tracks, you know, you go in a specific speed, go in specific places. But I find it very fun. You know, and there's that true Jedi ranking. Amazing. Okay, I'm so happy we got that. I was worried that we wouldn't for a little while there. It was not looking too good. But I actually had a question for you guys. What would you like to happen when Mass Effect Andromeda comes out? Would you like me to record it day 1? Would you like to record and just do like maybe 2 episodes a day, 2 videos a day, when it's like Fallout Day, or just whenever, or just like post a ton of videos and just kind of make that schedule kind of crazy, and whenever I get around to recording Mass Effect, I record a Mass Effect. You know, just tell me what would you like to see when Mass Effect Andromeda comes out, because I really will definitely record it. I'm so excited for that game. It's probably like my most anticipated game of 2017, aside from Cuphead, because Cuphead is going to be awesome, and I just waited for Cuphead for so long. But yeah, so let me know what you would like to see from that. I will definitely post if you guys don't want to see it like take over the channel. I will definitely do like 1 every 3rd day, or like 2 episodes, 3 episodes a week. You know, it will be up on my channel probably. At most, I just won't finish the game. Like if it just takes too long, or you guys aren't very interested in it. I think it's definitely gonna be a game that I want to record for the channel. So I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that. But with Fallout, I just am wondering, you know, how am I gonna do that, and wondering if you guys have any preferences, you know. So that is all. That is my question of the day. You know, sometimes I don't do it, but just trust that eventually I'll get around to it. Check the description if I forgot to do it that day, and you know, it might be up on there, because even though Even though I forget to put a lot of things in the description. I get these big plans. I'm like, I'm going to put this in the description. I'm going to put a joke. I'm going to put a daily joke. I never do. I never put a daily joke. Here's a joke for you. Okay, this is a great joke. I told someone this joke. They didn't think it was funny. They thought it was stupid. I think it's funny. Okay, so the joke goes like this. Where do you think that superheroes shop? I mean, I know where Wonder Woman shops. She shops at Amazon. Ah, do you guys get it? You probably don't get it. It's not the best joke I've ever told, but it's a good joke because she's an Amazonian, so she shops at Amazon. Get it? Yeah, now you get it. Now you think it's funny. Yeah, you do. You do. Oh yeah. See, he thinks it's funny. Haha. Oh, barely missed it. Alright, and with that, we will end off this episode. So, like, if you liked it, subscribe for more content that you'll hopefully like. In the top left corner is the Fallout 4 episode that I've done. In the top right corner is the Random Tuesday series. In the middle is my logo. You can press that to subscribe. But I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.